Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and as you can tell, we're doing an in-studio video today, mostly because a brand new project kind of came up and a lot of people have concerns, and so I wanted to talk about it. And for those who don't know, we're talking about the Wildwood Boardwalk Redevelopment project. A lot of people heard it, a lot of you guys read it, over 100,000 of you guys read those two articles I put out, and there were a lot of concerns and a lot of not misinformation, but just people read the titles and didn't really get deep into the data. And so I wanted to break down everything so that everyone has a good understanding of what's going on. This is a good thing. I promise you it is. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, you give this video a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey, did you know that you could sponsor our videos? In the first 15 to 20 seconds after our bouncer, your business could be here. If you want more information, shoot us an email at joey@wildwoodvideoarchive.com. And hey, you're not only advertising your business, but you're also helping local journalism. If you've ever walked down the Wildwood Boardwalk, which I'm assuming if you've watched this channel, you do, you may realize that yes, our boardwalk is, some areas, at least some buildings, are starting to look a little bit outdated. A lot of it's because there really is not much of an incentive to really get things done, and really there's no master plan. Every building kind of has its own thing. Some buildings look great, some buildings not so good. Some buildings are under construction, some have been vacant, some of them just need a little bit of help. Though other ones look great, like clusters and places like that. That being said, we need to have some kind of master plan so that if we want the boardwalk to grow, look beautiful, and potentially expand down the line, we need a plan. And so this is sort of like the first step into that. The city hired a company to go out and go block by block by block over this past summer to evaluate every little thing, to see what looks good, what needs work, what would change. And they put it together in this massive, I think it's 100, how many pages is this thing? I think it's 103 pages worth of data. A lot of it is just explaining what's on the block, what they see, and what potentially needs to be there, whether it be landscaping or something to make it look good. And so I read this entire 103 pages. There's a lot of photos in it, so it's a lot smaller than that. And so I wanted to break things down. And the first thing I want to get out there is this. This project has nothing to do with the city trying to take property. There's no eminent domain. They're not condemning any properties. It is a blueprint to make things better, to study every block, to get them to a point to where we can all agree like, hey, look, we like this, we like that. A lot of that has to do with the fact that there are some buildings on there that's set vacant. There could be hotels there or rooms that could be rented out. In a time where we need more units, yeah. In a time where there's no regulation on buildings, we need regulations to make sure that everything looks nice and pretty. And there's a lot of areas in which we find out in this report that just have parking lots, which doesn't really help the boardwalk in the off season. I bring that up because a lot of this report deals with, hey, we're getting more and more people to come down here in the off season. Even though we used to say we're a seasonal town, the Wildwood Convention Center hosts events year round. We're seeing more and more restaurants stay open year round. A lot more people are deciding to retire down here. And so we need to be able to offer them something. You know, we've got Ocean City's Boardwalk that has places that are open year round. In Cape May, even though I think there's like 1 month they don't have the Washington Mall open, but they have everything out, Stone Harbor. We need to build on that. And in the off season, it looks like, at least from this report, we could do a lot of that with the boardwalk. That being said, there are 29 blocks between 26th Street and Cressy Avenue that they evaluated. And they put a lot of detail into this. Going through things actually I didn't even know about, like lot number 188, where the old Starlight Ballroom was. Technically speaking, there's buildable land back there, which is next to Mariners Pier. I had no idea until this report came out. There are many steps to get this report going, and I'm sure the Wildwoods, they put out their own announcement, what the city of Wildwood did, and just to kind of read what they put on there, which is, step 1 is the governing body asks the planning board to conduct a study. Step 1 is that the governing body asks the planning board to conduct a study, which they did. Next, the planning board investigates and holds a public hearing for community output, which is happening. The planning board makes a recommendation and the governing body decides if any part of that area qualifies. Number 4, if approved, the governing body creates a redevelopment plan or directs the planning board to do so. Number 5, the governing body accepts the plan for future review. And then number 6, the redevelopment entity is appointed to oversee the plan. So right now we're at the point to where the public can come out and talk about this plan, which is on my website. If you want to read the whole 103 pages, you can go right ahead. And there is going to be meetings to discuss all of these things. And if you don't know, the Board of Commissioners meet every second and fourth Wednesday of the month at 5 p.m. at City Hall. So you can go there and you could talk about what you think about this, if you like it, if you don't like it. This is the point in which if you have concerns or if there's something you want to talk about, you go out now and you talk about it. Because look, they're getting ready to put the plan together, which could take a decade or more depending on what we want to do here. And so that means it's going to be your kids' generation that's going to be able to enjoy this. Maybe their kids or your grandchildren. And so this is the point in which you can go to the city and say, hey, I would like X, Y, and Z. That being said, there's a lot when it comes to what needs to be fixed on the boardwalk, and it does kind of outline that here. And just to kind of break down the report, it says that nearly 30% of the areas studied consist of surface parking lots, many of which are outdated. So obviously something needs to be fixed on there. 10 blocks of that actually contain parking lots that occupy more than 5% of the available space, which reduces opportunities for new businesses, attractions, or public amenities. So look at it like from the convention center all the way down to like the Ocean Towers. There's a lot of space there. And in the off season, the convention center has a lot of events. What if we had shops and restaurants and businesses right by the Wildwood sign, in which, hey, you come here, you don't just go to the convention center, you go eat something, you play some games, you do things like that. We don't have that over there. I know eventually at one point we're supposed to have, I think, a Hilton Garden or something like that. That never worked out. But there's a lot of vacant areas like that in which we can build things on. On top of that, there are a lot of businesses on the boardwalk that have upstairs that are vacant, which could be used for units or houses or something. There's a lot of work here that can be done. It also breaks down things that are currently on the boardwalk, certain businesses, in which it says here, several properties along the boardwalk and Ocean Avenue have been flagged as vacant, in poor condition, or underutilized. So we need people to come over and say, look, you guys building not really doing so well. If we do redevelopment, you could potentially get some kind of grant money to fix the facade, or add in planters, or do something to get it up to a point to where it could be usable, or it could be valued at a point to where someone would want to rent it out. We're also seeing on the boardwalk, it says here, there's empty storefronts, deterring facades, and outdated infrastructure. And so with this redevelopment plan, we need to put something in place to say, hey, this is what the standard's going to be. Bring it up to this standard. And if you fall under redevelopment, there are different grants and things you could potentially get. Once again, this is all potential to make it look nice. Because if we start doing this block by block and building by building, in a couple of years, guys, we can have the best looking boardwalk in the state of New Jersey. Though I'm very biased, we already do. Especially now that we are now through this phase 6 of the Wildwood Boardwalk reconstruction. It just keeps going and going, and hopefully by the end of 2020, or I guess beginning of 2027, that whole section's done, and North Wildwood will hopefully get halfway done their stuff, which I think they're going to start on their boardwalk section this upcoming fall. This redevelopment also would look at ramps, certain boards or different sections that need to be replaced or fixed. And you never know, it could be many different things. It's the possibilities of these studies kind of create possibilities down the line to build new things we've never seen before. Maybe more pavilions, maybe potentially an expansion of other parts of the boardwalk like we're seeing right now. Maybe brand new restaurants, maybe new hotels, right? Could you imagine a hotel being across the street from the convention center? How awesome would that be? You come down here for a convention, instead of staying just for the day, you stay overnight. There are so many things that could be worked out, but in order to get to that point to where, hey, look, we're gonna get to here, we have to have a plan. And this is that plan. My whole thing is, and coming from someone who bikes everywhere on the island, I want more bike paths. Wildwood is the only one that doesn't have an official one. Could Could you imagine having an awesome bike path on the beach in Wildwood to connect the one at Rambler, or technically it goes from Rambler all the way back to Cressy Avenue, though technically you can even take that even further all the way back to the refuge. That being said, that's something that I would want. So as we're going into this whole thing and seeing how things are going, what would you like to see changed? What would you like? Different facades? Would you like to see, I don't know, they're already changing the lights, but maybe there's something on here that I don't know about. Let me know in the comment section below. But the big thing I really want you to take away from all of this is, we're not looking to really change things on the boardwalk. Like, think of it as we're trying to enhance it. The city respects the owners of all these businesses. They do great work. I mean, the Wildwoods is the best town to come visit in the summertime. You know that. I say year round, but the summertime for everyone else, right? And so this is a project to help us all. It's not here to take land or tell someone what they have to do. It's something to say, hey, look, we respect what you're doing here. We want to make sure that this island, this boardwalk is gorgeous and beautiful for future generations. And so here are some suggestions. And if you do fall under redevelopment, then there are ways that we could help you make it look even better. Because when things look great, let's be honest, people want to shop in your business more. They want to eat there more. And honestly, it just looks much better. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please do make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. I also want to send a massive thank you out to my patrons on patreon.com. It's because of them we can do videos like this, and so that I can spend, not exaggerating, 2 hours analyzing this 103-page document and then rereading it multiple times. It takes a little bit of time, and it's because of them I'm able to set time aside to do things like that. But I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey, as always, I'll see you on the beach, which soon, guys, we're almost there, right? I could smell spring in the air. You walk on the beach, you can kind of feel it, though it's really cold when that wind is going. Anyway, that being said, I'm Joe, I'll see you on the beach. See you later, bye.